It's 6:30. I'd like to call the July 26, 2016 meeting of the Milledgeville City Council to order. I'd like to ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Dr. Lee,
Here.
Ms. Walden,
Here.
Ms. Shinholster, Mr. Reynolds, Mr. Mullins,
Here.
Mr. Chambers.
Here.
We do have a quorum. I'd like to ask everyone to join me as we stand for the prayer and the pledge. Dear Lord, grant us the humility to always seek your will in all that we do and say. Be with us in our deliberations and help us to make wise decisions for the good of those that have placed their trust and confidence in our leadership. Teach us to be generous in our outlook, courageous in the face of difficulty, and wise in our decisions. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. You've all received copies of the minutes of the July 12th, 2016 regular council meeting. Are there any corrections? Do I hear a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
There being no old business to consider tonight, we will move directly into new business. I'll start by asking the clerk to provide a first reading of ordinance O-1607008.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 62 of the Code of Ordinances, City of Milledgeville, Georgia, entitled Offenses and Miscellaneous Provisions, by repealing it in its entirety, Section 62-16, entitled Entering, Remaining in Central Park After Dark, and for other purposes.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules on this and vote on this ordinance tonight?
I make a motion that we suspend the rules and go ahead and vote on it.
Second.
Who made a second, I'm sorry?
Vote.
I made a motion and Kalunda seconded it.
I'll ask clerk to call the roll.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
Motion carries. We'll ask, I'll entertain a motion to approve the ordinance.
So move.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. I'd like to ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
I'd like to ask the clerk for a first reading of ordinance O-1607009 by caption.
An ordinance to create a Chapter 63 of the Code of Ordinances, City of Milledgeville, Georgia, to be titled Parks and Recreation, to provide for a comprehensive framework to regulate the usage of city parks for the safety, well-being, and security of park patrons and invitees, to provide for the permitting of certain spaces in city parks by individuals and groups, to provide for appropriate penalties for violation of this ordinance and the rules promulgated pursuant thereto, and for other purposes.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion to suspend the rules on this ordinance and vote tonight?
Make a motion that we suspend the rules and go ahead and vote tonight.
Second motion.
Got a motion and a second. I'd like to ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Mr. Mayor, I would move that we approve the ordinance as read.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. I'll ask clerk to call the roll.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
And that motion carries as well. I'd now like to ask the clerk to read Resolution R-1607019 by caption.
To approve and adopt the park rental guidelines and for other purposes.
Having heard the resolution, do I hear a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
Motion, that resolution carries. I'd like to now ask the clerk if he would read resolution R 1607-020 by caption.
To designate Hometown Celebration as a community festival sponsored by Main Street Downtown Development Authority, to prevent public consumption of alcoholic beverages in open containers while upon public streets or recreation areas, to establish a control zone within the festival, to reaffirm the rules designated by the Community Festivals Ordinance.
Do I hear a motion to adopt?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
Motion carries. Last resolution, I'd like to ask the clerk to read resolution R 1607-021 by caption.
To authorize an equipment service contract with ARC Document Solutions for the maintenance of the printer, scanner, copier in the code enforcement and engineering departments.
Do I hear a motion to adopt?
So move.
Second.
I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
Motion carries. The last item on our agenda tonight is a closed session to discuss a land acquisition. Chair will entertain a motion to go into closed session.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we go into closed session to discuss a land transaction, a real estate transaction.
I'll second that motion.
I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Dr. Lee,
Aye.
Ms. Walden,
Aye.
Mr. Mullins,
Aye.
Mr. Chambers.
Aye.
And motion carries, and we'll be moving into closed session, and we'll reconvene shortly. Thank you. I'd like to call the April 26, 2016 City Council meeting back to order and ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Dr. Lee,
Here.
Ms. Walden, Mr. Mullins,
Here.
Mr. Chambers.
Here.
Council did go into closed session to discuss the land acquisition. There being no further business to discuss, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Stand adjourned.